Hi, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch this little video of our client and their plan and how they can collaborate with the DTA in their preparedness plan. Hopefully you're finding this information useful. I know it's a lot of information, but just continue to work with it slowly. It's going to take some time, and then before you know it, you'll have a decent plan. Your confidence in your self-assurance is going to improve. That you're ready for when something that I don't say bad, but something does happen and it impacts your daily quality of life, and especially for those someone you love. So, but in the guidebook, if you flip to page 11, it starts talking about the DTA preparedness plan. And in case you don't remember what the guidebook looks like, this is the little guy. So you can get it from our website, or you can get it from your DTA facility. If they don't have it, show them where it's out on the web, and hopefully everybody there at the facility can start utilizing it. So, the big thing here is just talking with the people at the DTA and learning about what their plan is and how you can incorporate your plan into theirs and vice versa. So, but the only way that's going to happen is just with conversation and time and talking about it and encouraging and supporting each other. And then when you get a chance, review the DTA's plan, take a look at it, see how it collaborates or supports yours, or new ways that you could work together with the plan. So it's sort of look at it like this way. As you're planning a vacation and you have a family or friend that's planning a vacation, and you start working together to plan those vacation togethers to enhance the vacation and spend more time with each other if you choose to, but being there to support each other. So, but then there also may be people you don't want to go on a vacation with together. So, but let's work together. So, find out from the DTA, how are they going to contact you in the event something is impacting the DTA? What is their alert system? They're going to receive a phone call, text message, an email. If cell phone service goes down, what's another way that they can get a hold of you? So it's having those conversations beforehand to decide what's the best way to do it, and also who's your backup contact person. Okay. Also, on page 11, it talks about the Arizona Health Alert Network. Through the grant that we got with the Arizona Department of Health Services, the DTAs were allowed access to that. And what that is basically it's a big mega alert system. And once your information is put into it, which the DTAs will do, they can notify you automatically in one fell swoop. They can notify everybody at the facility via voicemail, text messaging, email, and also through a fax. That they can alert you to what's going on and give you the information of what's happening and what they need you to do. So, for example, they could alert you to say, hey, we are having to evacuate and we're going to this location. So once you get that notification, now you know what appropriately to do based upon your plan with the DTA. And hopefully it is you stay put where you're at, let them transport their clients, their members, and your loved one to the evacuation site, and then you respond to that evacuation site and follow their prescribed pickup process, whatever that may be. Don't go running to the DTA to pick them up when they're trying to evacuate. If the plan says they're going to evacuate and you've agreed to that plan, stay with it. Don't alternate it, because you're going to cause more confusion. And as my son Zachary's Thomas the Tank Engine, Sir Topham Hatt would say, you're going to cause confusion and delay. We don't want that. We want it to be smooth. Okay? So follow the plan. Okay? So the HAN's a great access for the DTAs. They're able to communicate with the state, with the county, and they're also able to communicate with other DTAs too. And so it's really, really good. Okay, and as you look through all the plan, notify, is there any conflicts between your plan and the DTA's plan? And in the process, how can we resolve those conflicts? May it just be little education, understanding, or it may be bringing somebody else in to help support your plan so it doesn't conflict with their plan, or vice versa. So, On page 12, this is a big one. Know the roles and responsibilities, what your roles are in it. What are you responsible for? Like I said about the evacuation, don't go to the DTA, go to the evacuation site and follow the process for picking up your loved one. Okay? If they have, say they told you to, hey, come to the facility to pick up your loved one. Follow the process for picking them up. What the process is. Don't just show up to the front door, but go through. They're going to have a system that's going to enable them to quickly release clients or members to the appropriate individuals, and it's a process. Okay, there'll be an entry point most likely, and then an exit point. So just like following the traffic on the street. You don't want to go against the traffic because then it's going to cause confusion and delay, as Sir Topham Hatt would say. So what are some of the things that you need to do so your plan will work? Look at those things. Do you need to obtain some more medication? Do you need to get medication to the facility for your loved one? Say they're going to be sheltering for 96 hours, 4 days in a row. Okay, does your loved one have the needed prescription medication there? Do they have the needed incontinence supplies, or what other things that they need? So this is the time when you start to build your little go kit that is at the facility for your loved one. So if they're able to be self-sufficient for 96 hours, and that's going to take some time to build up, but you can do it just slowly with time, because there's a lot of work needs to be done. What support do you need for your plan so that you can be part of the DTA's plan? Most of the time, this is just having somebody else in your support system that's able to support you to support their plan. That somebody else is there that, if need be, can go pick up your loved one, or somebody else that can, support you and all that. So it's learning to work together. How can you support your plan? How can you get the support for your plan so you can be part of the DTAs? This is just continuing on with having the right people, the right resources, the items that you may need for meeting all the requirements to have an effective plan. So it's just like, go back to it. You're going on vacation. Well, you're going to need a car that operates properly, that's not going to overheat, a fuel tank big enough, and that can carry all the things that you need for your family for the vacation. So start having to look at it in that manner to figure out what you're going to need. Maybe it might be you don't have a big enough car. So you maybe have to, hey, can we borrow somebody else's, family friend that we could borrow a car? Do we rent a car? Or do we have to change our vacation and we're not able to go that far because we're not able to carry all the things we need? So it's the same thing you're going to have to look at to meet the DTA's plan and be part of it. Okay? Page 13 talks about emergency contact phone list. Who's on your list? Who's on the DTA's list? If you need to contact the DTA, what does that process look like? Who do you call? What phone number? What email can you use? And then vice versa. Who can the DTA to contact regarding your loved one? If you're not available, who's the backup person and a backup person to that individual? And not just having strictly a phone number, but having an email address also, because a lot of times in disasters, when it impacted an area significantly, cell phone service is going to go down. So cell phone service goes down, that's going to put a big crimp in a lot of things. So we have to have another form of communication. Also, knowing that if service goes down, something impacts the area, your loved ones at the day program, knowing that they have a plan and what they're going to do, and then what they're expecting you to do if there's no communication. Doesn't necessarily mean running over there. Hey, they're self-sufficient for 4 days. They can take care of things, so you don't need to go rushing over there. Okay, and trust them. Trust the plan. Okay. All right, so that takes you on down and continuing on page 13, as we were talking about, knowing their off-site location. What's the pickup process? What's the contact information? All those kind of things. Who can pick up your loved one? You got to let the DTA know, because they're not going to release them to just anybody. The state's not. They're not allowed to. State won't allow them to. Part of their preparedness plan is having designated individuals that are allowed to pick them up. Okay, and knowing where they're going to go, other things like that. Making sure that your client, your loved one, is self-sufficient for 96 hours. Okay, that's working with the DTA for that. Okay. Items that you need to pick up and where from. Okay, if they're gonna be doing extended care in a facility or evacuation site, so it's gonna be sort of like a sheltering. What items do you need to be bringing to them for that your loved one can stay there for 96 hours? Say your facility, your home isn't able to, it's been impacted, so your loved one's going to stay there. So what items do you need to pick up and get over there? Okay. So that's pretty much it. Big thing is just going through this book and taking your time working on it, because you most likely you've never put a plan together before, and it just takes time. And it's, I go back to the old analogy: the motor in your car blows up. Do you know how to repair it? Most likely not. You can go hire somebody to repair it, but most of us, like me, I don't got the money. I don't got a few $1,000s to pay somebody to rebuild my motor. So if I collaborate with somebody that knows how to do it, and I have a guidebook to guide me through it, I'm going to be able to do it, and I'll be able to save some money. Yeah, it's going to take me some time. It's going to take some effort, and I'm going to have to go through some frustrating moments and that kind of stuff. But eventually, we'll get it done. And then once it's done, my self-confidence improved. Your self-confidence is going to improve because you've accomplished something new that you've never done before. And at the same time, then you're going to be able to help others out in developing their plan. The DTAs are going through the same thing. They're learning how to do this. They're learning how to put a more collaborative plan together in relationship with you, your loved ones, their clients, and other DTAs too, is working together. So don't get frustrated with them. Just take time, ask questions, and work together to find the solutions and the answers. So once again, thanks for taking the time watching this. I've enjoyed sharing with you. If you got any questions, comments, give me a holler. Let me know, because I want to partner and help you too. All right, take care. Bye.